Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a video today that it came from Island Audits channel. It is not him. He's not in the video. It has nothing to do with him. It's a video of a couple being arrested during an investigation being done on them, from what I'm getting from the actual beginning of the video. And I'm sure anybody who can think for themselves, which is pretty much everybody in my subscriber, all of my subscribers can think for themselves. That's why you guys are here. But you can clearly hear the police say, look, we were called here by dispatch. We were called to investigate something going on. We were given descriptions of the two of you and your truck. When they pulled up, they saw that the truck's license plate the registration was expired. So they're doing an investigation on these two, and neither one of them want to cooperate. They're all, the same stuff that frauditors and sovereign citizens will say, I don't have to ID, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. And then Long Island Audit, of course, twists the entire situation around, puts in his 2 cents in his opinion, says that's what's going on, and of course his followers are going to believe him. So anyways, I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some body camera footage that was sent to me, which clearly shows a couple having their constitutional rights violated by 2 tyrant officers of the Trenton Police Department in New Jersey. I felt obligated to cover this story and share it with each and every one of you. Daniel and Mariah were simply on a public sidewalk exercising their rights, committing no crimes, and they had their freedom stolen from them. Daniel and Mariah need we the people's help. We need to expose this tyranny and corruption for the world to see. If there was ever a video where you hit the like button, comment, and share it, it would be this one. They are currently facing criminal charges. Stay tuned to the end where we'll go everything in detail. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Somebody else riding the truck? Somebody else is riding the truck with you? Y'all just got on the truck?
Wait, you said somebody riding it?
Y'all just got out of this truck, right? Were y'all just sitting in the truck? Yes, right? You was just sitting in the truck? You just sitting. What? I don't want to incriminate myself.
You're not incriminating yourself, you're answering a question.
Which can potentially incriminate myself, so I don't answer questions. We were here for a long time. I'm not worried about if you was here for a long time or not. It's pertaining to the call, but you're not in any trouble.
We're here for a call for service. We're trying to see if my partner's asking you a question to see if you pertain to the call. If you don't, then you will be on your way, and we'll be on our way handling our job.
No, it's fine. I understand.
There's no need to get smart with it.
No, I'm not trying to get smart with you. I was just saying, I don't want to get in trouble for doing nothing wrong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just standing here.
There's no need to get smart with a police officer.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you.
Okay. Keep it that way.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Keep it that way. Scott, can you give a description of the vehicle? We got 2 parties out here in the pickup truck. Just trying to verify if they're with us or not.
Said it was a Dodge Ram truck, red colors. You gave me a plate.
She gave you a plate of a
10-4.
truck.
You can, we're out with 2. If you could just, make a call back, see if she's going to come out here.
You guys get a call for a Dodge Ram?
Yes, we got a call for you too.
So you guys pull up here?
And you have a responsibility to check it out. If you guys are doing nothing wrong, then you guys are doing nothing wrong.
That's fine. I'm just curious.
Do you guys have IDs just so I can see who I'm talking with?
I do, but I don't feel like I have to give it to you.
Well, you do.
I don't.
I'm telling you, you do.
In the state of New Jersey, it's an non-ID state. I haven't committed a crime. Can I have your name and badge number, by the way? Your badge numbers.
I need your IDs.
I need you guys' name and badge numbers. I'm interacting. I don't even know who you guys are. I'm interacting with police. You guys need to identify.
Right now.
Clear identifiers. Okay, but I don't.
Cameras are running.
Okay, so
badge number and names right there.
As well. You guys
That's fine.
Why are you intimidating me?
I'm not intimidating you.
You came up to me really aggressively.
I'm not intimidating you.
Why are you being aggressive like this? I haven't committed a crime. You're trying to ID me. I haven't done anything wrong.
We got a call. My dispatchers are giving your vehicle with you guys being described.
Okay, so first of all, Sean didn't even move. The whole time he's in front of the camera and talking, he doesn't move. His head doesn't move. His body doesn't. His shoulders don't move. The only thing moving is his mouth, and he blinks once in a while. That was very weird and uncomfortable to watch. Anyways, how would he know that they had committed no crime? Was he there? No, he was not. He's going to take their word for it, but of course they're going to say that they weren't doing any kinds of crime or anything like that. It is suspicious, though, when you are sitting in a truck that nice, okay, and you don't say if it's yours, you don't show any proof that it's yours, you refuse to ID, and the house that it's sitting in front of, nobody's answering the door, which would mean either they're sleeping or they're not home. So why are you sitting in that truck if it's potentially not yours? And possibly it's not. If it was yours, you would be offering to show the registration, the insurance, your driver's license, anything to get out of whatever's going on. Okay? These two are suspects. That's why there's an investigation going on. They're suspects to either a crime or a possible crime that would have been committed had the police not shown up. The police were called with the descriptions of both of them and the truck. Not only the truck, but also the exact license plate number. So the police knew they didn't have the wrong truck or the wrong people. Not to mention the tags were expired upon arrival, so that was a big thing on its own. And then when you are specifically asked, were you just sitting in that truck? That's a yes or no question. There are no other answers other than yes or no. Unless you want to sit there and say the most stupid answer in the world, which was, I don't want to incriminate myself by answering that. Okay, so if you were not sitting in that truck, you're going to say no. Absolutely not. I was not sitting in that truck. No, no, no. But when you say, I'm not going to answer that question and incriminate myself, the answer is yes. And they know that. They're not stupid. He is, the guy, Daniel, absolute idiot, to say, I'm not going to answer that because I don't want to incriminate myself. The answer was yes. I mean, anybody with a brain could figure that one out. Now, here's the thing. When you are part of a police investigation, and this is straight from New Jersey law, and are the main reason for the investigation in the state of New Jersey, you do by law have to identify. If you refuse, you will be arrested. New Jersey technically does not have any stop or identify laws in its statutes, but the same basic principle applies. If the police are conducting an investigation or issuing a summons and ask you to stop and identify yourself, you must do so. So where Daniel keeps saying this is not a stop ID state, this is not a stop ID state. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry to burst your little bubble. But they don't have any stop or identify laws. So you do have to comply when they ask for your identity, especially during an investigation. I will show one more to repeat myself. Police may not search you, your pockets, or your bags unless they have probable cause to believe they will find evidence of a crime or you are placed under arrest. New Jersey police officers may not request your ID or your name unless they are conducting an investigation or issuing you a summons. Guess what, Daniel? You and your girlfriend were part of an investigation. Therefore, yes, you did have to identify.
May
people was listening to me. I'm understanding. We got here, right? When we got here.
All right, Temple, what's the complaint about? Because we're out with these two parties. We're trying to identify them and figure out what's going on.
The truck was identified. Not you, not her. I asked whether or not you sit in the truck because something could have been wrong with her. Something could have been wrong with you. You could have been the victim. It could have been anything. So I'm going to ask if you're okay. That's why. Just let me talk. That's why I asked you, right? But then you got smart with me. I wasn't trying to resist.
We have an obligation, right? When we're talking with people and we get a call, and I'm not saying you two are doing anything wrong, but I'm going to call my dispatcher, as you heard on my radio, and I turned it up so you could hear, because I have nothing to hide from you.
I'm sure you guys get calls all the time about anything.
We get calls, male, female, Dodge Ram truck.
That's it. Did I do something wrong? No.
So I'm asking you to identify yourself.
And I am refusing to identify myself because I have not committed a crime. And in New Jersey, this is a non-ID state. I refuse to identify myself. You asked me, and I refused. I feel like
this is an investigation. And I'm asking you to
investigate. Investigate.
And you
investigate. I am not going to. I'm not going to
name. So now you're obstructing. So
I'm not obstructing. Obstructing. I'm requesting a supervisor. I'm requesting a supervisor. I want a supervisor. Call the supervisor. I want a supervisor. I want a supervisor. Call the supervisor. I want a supervisor. You got this on video, yes? I have it on video. Call the supervisor. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
No.
We didn't do anything. I'm not obstructing. I'm not obstructing. I'm requesting a supervisor.
Man, back up. I'm going to be arrested.
Back up. I'm requesting a supervisor. They have to get one. They have to call a supervisor. Call 911.
And we're back to this little piece of education here. Yes, Daniel, you are part of an investigation. New Jersey does not have a no stop, no ID law at all. So, yeah, if you're stopped and asked to ID, if you're not part of an investigation, you could possibly go ahead and refuse. But when you're part of an investigation like you are right then, you do have to ID or you will be arrested. That's the bottom line. Common sense will tell you, period, that if you have nothing to hide, you were doing no crimes at all, and possibly no warrants, you have no reason not to ID. Usually, if you keep refusing to ID like that, you do have something to hide. And a lot of times, it's warrants. If you know that you have warrants out for you, and you are being asked to ID, you don't want to ID because you don't want them to pull up your name and see that you have warrants out for your arrest. So, I mean, that's one thing I don't understand about the frauditors is I know that they do it because they need content. If they don't do it, their videos are going to be boring. I get that. But a lot of them will refuse to ID just due to the fact that they have warrants and they know they have warrants. Which is really sad. Just get the warrants taken care of. Then you don't have to run around the rest of your life looking over your shoulder. You know? And it seriously takes a special level of stupid to continue to behave in a way that can and will get you arrested. And then you go crying and demanding to know why you're being arrested while crying and screaming, I did nothing wrong. No, because the police officer felt bored, walked up and said, he looks like an easy target. Let's go arrest him. No. That's not what happened. It's the level of stupidity that really gets me. I know there's lots of people out there with poor intelligence or poor education, but oh my God, this is taking it to a whole new level of stupidity.
This is against my First Amendment. This is against my Fourth Amendment. I do not respect the Constitution. Why are you putting me in? Why are you? Okay, I will get it. I'm not resisting. He's sticking in my pockets. He's sticking in my pockets.
No. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's under arrest.
Why are you touching my penis?
What are you doing?
He's under
I said I would get in the car. I'm not resisting.
I'm patting you down. I'm patting you down. It's called search.
I want your badge number.
Okay, it's Officer Detail 7.
I'm requesting a supervisor. Have a seat in the car. I'm requesting a supervisor. That's my baby. Get my wallet.
No, I want a supervisor. He did not do anything wrong. Please get away from me. Stop intimidating me. I want a supervisor. You're intimidating me.
My wallet's on the floor.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my God. Don't touch me. No. What the fuck? No.
Stop resisting. Stop.
Help! Help! I didn't do anything!
631 South Clayton.
Help! Help me! I'm not fighting! Help me!
Relax.
I'm not fighting! Help me! I'm not fighting! I didn't do anything
South Clayton
wrong!
Avenue. Get units out. 631.
Stop! I didn't do anything wrong! Stop touching me!
Relax.
Please stop touching me! I didn't do anything wrong! Please stop touching me! Please let me go! I did not do anything wrong! I want a manager! I want a supervisor! No! I didn't do anything wrong! This is my legal right!
Stop.
This is my legal right! Help me! This is my legal right! Don't touch me! Help me! I want a supervisor!
Have a seat, please.
Don't touch me,
Have a
please!
seat in the car, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable! Don't touch me, please!
Have a seat in the
I am
car.
uncomfortable,
Have a
please!
seat in the
I am
car.
uncomfortable! Don't touch me!
Here, then sit
Don't
on the
touch
curb.
me! Don't touch me! I'm
on the
uncomfortable!
curb.
Don't touch me! Do not touch
You wanna
me!
stand or you
I
can
want a supervisor!
stand?
I want a supervisor!
You wanna stand?
I want a supervisor!
You stand here.
I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. I'm not moving. I want a supervisor.
Is this your phone right here?
Well, poor Daniel, who claims he knows his rights, obviously doesn't know anything, because when he's yelling, "I don't consent to any searches," sorry there, Cupcake, you've been arrested. You've waived all rights to consent. There's nothing you can do. Once you've been arrested, they will search and pat you down to make sure you don't have anything on you that could hurt yourself, could hurt the officers, or could be taken into the detention center. And as far as everybody screaming, "I want a supervisor or a manager or whatever," there's no obligation to have a supervisor respond to a scene. Plain and simple. There is no obligation. Some police officers may do it out of a courtesy or just to shut you up. But there's no obligation. There's nothing that says they have to have a supervisor respond to a scene. Trust me, you're going to take that lovely little ride down to the detention center where, you are going to go anyways because you were just arrested. There will be a supervisor there that you can speak to once you get there. Now, as far as his girlfriend, she was given more than enough warnings and refused to back off. That's why she was arrested. She was yelling. She was screaming there for a few seconds. She backed off for a moment. And then once the police officer turned his body away from her, that's when she started up again. All she had to do was back off and record. But no, she couldn't just do that. She has to get arrested with her boyfriend. It was interfering. She was interfering with the investigation at that point, and they had every right to arrest her. I'm sorry, girlie, but you are not at Starbucks. They are not going to get you that magical manager or supervisor to come down and take care of you at the very second you're screaming for one. But like your boyfriend, you will get to see one when you get down to the jail or the detention center, depending on where they take you. I know some places are different. Like, some places take you straight to the detention center. Some places take you to a jail. And then if you have to stay longer than 24 hours, they take you down to the actual detention center. I guess every city and town is different. But, yeah, it's ridiculous. All she had to do was back off. That's it. Back off and record. But, I'm sorry, but he is not worth that arrest.
We have her phone.
I want a supervisor. Oh my God! I'm not getting a supervisor right now. You're getting a vehicle. I didn't do anything. Stop! I don't consent to this. I don't consent to this. I don't consent to this. I'm uncomfortable. Why are you touching my breast? Why did you touch my breast?
Do you want a male to touch you or a female to touch you?
I want a supervisor.
All right. Well, this is a policy.
No, that's a male. disorderly persons obstructing an investigation, didn't want to be. Told him he was being detained, didn't want to provide identification. Female started getting rowdy, started grabbing at us, tried to prevent us from searching him, incidental to arrest. Both are under arrest for disorderly person.
Sounds good. This is against my constitutional rights. This is crazy.
What's your name, bud?
My name?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Natal. Badge 7525. What's your name, sir?
My name is Daniel Bernatsky.
Thank you, Daniel.
No problem.
So, Daniel, I want you to understand something. When the police are conducting an investigation, right, doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong.
Right.
But you have to identify, okay? The reason that excuse me, is that your girlfriend?
It is.
Okay, so the reason she got handcuffed, I'm going to explain that to you. She started grabbing at me and my partner. What I was doing was pat frisking.
My wallet because my wallet.
Yeah, but she can't touch it because you were in custody at that point. So what that's called, it's called search incidental to arrest. So I pat you down, and I have to pat everywhere.
All right, but I'm being illegally arrested because I haven't committed a crime.
It's not. It's called...
Not identifying myself is not illegal.
You're obstructing the administration of
I'm
the
not
investigation.
obstructing an investigation because I'm not identifying myself. That's not obstructing. Well, please call a supervisor, please.
And I will.
Please, can I please both speak to a supervisor?
Hold on. I will let you speak. I promise that.
Thank you. You're going to be in trouble, bro. I'm
not going to be in trouble, but I've been doing this long enough.
Right.
Dan, I've been doing this long enough.
People don't know their rights. I'm telling you, brother. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I know my rights. I don't have to identify myself because I'm suspicious. All right? I haven't committed a crime. Like, this is illegal. All I asked was for a supervisor. You guys put me in handcuffs. You were picking me up. I don't know why you were picking me up. I never said I wouldn't get in the car. I would get right in the car. No problem. I did.
You did.
And I did. And
you did. You're not resisting.
She wasn't trying to resist. She wasn't trying to obstruct. She was just upset that I was being
She was grabbing at me and my partner's pants. She was trying to pull you off of us. And if she wasn't doing that, she would have never been put in handcuffs.
She was trying to get because
I have no problem.
I was worried that it would get stolen. She heard me screaming.
No, she tried to take your wallet, and she's not allowed to touch it because guess what? It's our responsibility. Once I put you in handcuffs, your property, Dan, is my responsibility.
I understand that. I know, but you guys didn't have to. You know what I mean? You didn't.
And guess what? If she recorded, I have absolutely no problem with her recording. But when she starts obstructing and getting in the way, that's when I have a problem. That's when we have to put cuffs on people. Because if she's going to grab at me and my partner...
I'm being arrested unlawfully. Of course, she's trying to protect me. She was trying to call a supervisor over there. She was going to call 911 because you guys are arresting me unlawfully. I want state police.
That's not how it works.
I want state police to tell you the laws.
State police don't run us.
I know state police don't run you, but state police, they know the laws better than a regular Trenton police officer. I'm just being honest with you. They know regulation and policy, and they know laws.
I wasn't trying to give you all a hard time.
That's cool, because I tried to talk to you, bro.
They seemed like
my words wasn't going the way you wanted.
They were, but like I'm just trying to explain to you guys that I don't have to identify myself. I'm letting you guys know. Look, I believe I'm a strong
yourself now?
I have identified myself. Yes, of course. I'm being placed under arrest, so lawfully under the law, I have to identify myself. Being accused of a crime, being suspicious, is not a crime. I don't have to identify myself. So it's not obstruction. So remember how I was saying dispatch? What I said our dispatchers are telling us? A male and a female in a Dodge Ram gray color pickup truck. That's fine. That's fine. But you haven't observed any crime. I'm just standing. So we have a right to investigate. Correct. That's not asking. Identify. Right. You can ask me for identification. I can refuse to identify. And if the party refuses, then I'm going to let you talk. When the party refuses, then the police officer has an obligation to now, if they refuse to give information, we now detain. If they still refuse, it's an arrest. You can detain for not identifying. Can we please speak to a supervisor at the station? You're going to. You're literally going to see a supervisor. Thank you. All right? Yes, thank you. So they're both in the truck. Dispatch gives the description. Male, female. Plus, they're in the gray truck. PA LIA tags. Try to identify them in the course of the investigation. He refuses. Detained, still refusing. Sent incidental to arrest while he's for the obstructing. She comes in. She's getting in the way, obstructing the arrest. She gets placed under arrest for obstruction.
I really do hope that this arrest teaches Daniel and his girlfriend some much needed education that they needed, because again, yes, you do have to ID if you're being investigated. Plain and simple. And that is a New Jersey thing. I'm not talking about it's for everybody or everywhere. I specifically look up the laws in the state that the video has been recorded. And this was New Jersey. And in New Jersey, since it doesn't have any stop and identify laws, that it does specifically say, though, that if they're conducting an investigation, then you do have to identify. He can continue to say that he doesn't have to cooperate, he doesn't have to identify, he can refuse. Of course he can refuse. He has that right to refuse. But then the cop also has the right to detain and then arrest you as well. And then you can't cry about it because, well, you should have just ID'd. The girlfriend physically grabbed at the police officers. That's why she was arrested. And this whole, she just wanted my wallet because she thought it would get stolen. It's such a bullshit excuse. Like, come on. Don't even try. She screwed up. Again, all she had to do was stand off to the side, record, keep her mouth shut. Everything would have been fine. She could have gone home and then bailed him out. But no, now they're both had to go to jail. He says that he wasn't like being mean to them or being an asshole to them. And he technically wasn't, but he was trying to be a smartass. Like, instead of just cooperating, if you did nothing wrong, just cooperate. It's the easiest thing you can do. Because if you did nothing wrong, there's no reason for the police to arrest you at that point. Now, you've seen the video. You've heard what happened. Now, listen to what Sean's take of the video is. And this is going by the video. This is him having watched the video. This is his exact take on what happened.
Alright guys, so I hope after watching this video, you understand why I felt the need to cover this on my channel. We the people all just witnessed two tyrant officers of the Trenton Police Department in New Jersey violating a couple's constitutional rights because of their lack of training and ego. I want you all to really think about what you just saw. A couple standing on a public sidewalk arrested and having their freedom stolen from them for exercising their rights. The officers were called to the scene for a custody dispute. Last time I checked, that isn't a crime. The officers even admitted on body camera that Daniel and Mariah were doing nothing illegal, which means the officers clearly did not have the reasonable articulable suspicion needed to detain them and identify them, let alone the probable cause needed to effect a warrantless arrest. This was a clear-cut case of contempt of cop. I was present during Daniel and Mariah's first court appearance, and the prosecutor offered to drop the charges in exchange for a civil fine, which they promptly rejected. They want to hold the tyrants responsible for violating their rights accountable, and I applaud them for that. I am in constant communication with both of them. We are currently looking for an attorney to file a federal rights lawsuit on their behalf. Their next court appearance is on January 17th, 2023. Stay tuned to the channel for further updates. All public contact information to petition your grievances to your government are in the description below. Never forget that that is your First Amendment right. As always.
Okay, so now you've heard Sean's take on this video, which again brings me to the question, did he watch the same video we watched? Because it does not sound like it. And of course he chose this video to share on his channel. He doesn't care about these two people. He just knew that this video was going to get him the clicks and views that he wants. And that's all. That's all it is. Clicks, views, money. That's it. Why is he? I mean, anybody can go to anybody's court case. That's one thing. But Sean acting like he can save anybody or try to save anybody when he spends more time in court than he does in his own house is laughable. He can't even save himself half the time. So he's using these people for attention and for clout and for his own benefit. He doesn't care about these two. It's a sad situation that somewhere along the line, Daniel was given the wrong information. He ran with it and got arrested. And then his girlfriend got way too emotional, probably listened to what the information he gave her, and she went with it and got arrested. This is the importance of getting the right information out to the public, not the information that frauditors are giving. Because as you see, if you go by the information that the frauditors give you, you'll be arrested. But if you go by what's right and you actually learn the laws and the statutes and anything else you need to know, especially the Constitution, then I guarantee you your life is going to be way better. But if you want to follow a frauditor's words and how they live and how they do everything, you're doing nothing but putting yourself down a path of negativity and pain. That's why I make these videos. I want the truth to get out to everybody. I want the facts, the laws, everything to get out. Stop listening to these frauditors. They don't know what they're talking about. They read something on the Constitution or they read something on a law or a statute or a legislation. They read it the way they want to read it, to what fits their benefit, what fits their opinion. But what usually fits their benefit and opinion is wrong. If they want to hurt themselves and get themselves arrested constantly, that's on them. But when they're giving this information to other people, you're taking those people down with you. You're hurting other people's lives, financially, emotionally, and mentally. And it's got to be stopped. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. I am looking very forward to my first live stream and the guests that I'm going to have on it. I'm not going to give you that list or the list. It's not a list. It's just a couple people. But I'm not going to tell you who it is until we have the live stream. I want it to be a surprise. Anyways, I am looking forward to that live stream, and I hope everybody will attend. I'm looking at it as a small little party with friends. So I hope you guys do come. I will put out a 24-hour notice before the live stream. Anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Be safe. Take care. Love you.